Imagine a world where the rules of right and wrong are not dictated by divine law. Instead, they are crafted by human hands. This was Friedrich Nietzsche's daring proposition, a challenge that shook the foundations of traditional morality. Friedrich Nietzsche stands as a pivotal figure in 19th century philosophy. Born in Germany in 1844, his writings have left an indelible mark on the landscape of Western thought. Nietzsche's ideas were revolutionary, yet they often met with intense opposition. His work confronted the established norms of society, religion, and morality. This confrontation was not merely philosophical, it was personal and societal, shaking the very core of how people understood themselves and their world. Nietzsche's life was a testament to his philosophy. His experiences shaped his radical ideas. From an early age, Nietzsche grappled with profound questions about existence and purpose. He pursued these inquiries with relentless intensity throughout his life. His academic career began with a focus on philology, the study of language and texts. However, his interests quickly expanded to encompass a broader philosophical exploration. Nietzsche's writings are renowned for their provocative insights and often poetic style. Nietzsche's ideas were received with mixed reactions. While some saw him as a visionary, others viewed his work as dangerous. His critique of traditional morality was particularly controversial. To Nietzsche, morality was not a fixed, eternal truth. Instead, it was a construct, a creation of human society. This notion was revolutionary, challenging centuries of philosophical and religious thought. Nietzsche's assertions were not just about morality, they questioned the very underpinnings of Western culture. Nietzsche argued that morality is not a divine command, but a human creation. He believed that moral values are shaped by cultural and historical forces. This perspective was a radical departure from the dominant view of his time. For many, morality was seen as intrinsic to the human condition, often linked to religious or divine mandates. Nietzsche, however, proposed that these values were not inherent, but constructed. This meant that they could be questioned, reshaped, or even discarded. Nietzsche's perspective on morality was influenced by his broader philosophical ideas. He introduced the concept of the will to power, which he saw as a fundamental driving force in human life. According to Nietzsche, the will to power is the instinct to assert and enhance one's own strength and capability. This instinct, he believed, was often suppressed by conventional moral values. Traditional morality, in his view, served to restrict and control this natural drive. By labeling certain behaviors as good and others as evil, society imposed limits on individual potential. Nietzsche's critique extended to what he called slave morality. He associated this term particularly with Christian ethics, which he believed promoted values like humility and self-denial. Nietzsche saw these values as stifling to human potential and creativity. He argued that they arose from the resentment of weaker individuals towards stronger, more capable ones. In his view, slave morality sought to undermine the natural instincts and aspirations of individuals. This critique was not an outright rejection of all moral values, but a call to reevaluate them. Nietzsche encouraged a reassessment of the values that society upheld. He urged individuals to create their own values based on personal strength and creativity. By doing so, he believed people could achieve a more authentic and fulfilling existence. This idea was both liberating and radical, challenging individuals to take responsibility for their own moral frameworks. Nietzsche's ideas were met with strong opposition, particularly from religious thinkers. Many of his critics valued morality as divinely ordained, seeing it as essential to human dignity and social cohesion. For them, morality was more than a social construct. It was a reflection of divine will and order. This view stood in stark contrast to Nietzsche's assertions. To his critics, removing the divine from morality was akin to removing the foundation from a building. It threatened to collapse the entire structure of ethical reasoning. Nietzsche dismissed these objections as life-denying. He believed that clinging to divinely ordained morality hindered true human flourishing. In his view, such morality encouraged passivity and conformity, suppressing the individual's innate drive for growth and power. Nietzsche saw this as detrimental not only to individuals, but to society at large. He argued that embracing morality as a human construct was essential for personal and societal transformation. Without this embrace, he believed humanity was doomed to stagnation. Despite the backlash, Nietzsche's ideas found resonance with many who were disillusioned with traditional moral systems. His critique of established norms appealed to those who sought greater personal freedom and authenticity. Nietzsche's work has continued to influence a wide range of disciplines, from psychology to art and beyond. His challenge to traditional ethics invites ongoing reflection on the nature of morality and its role in human life. Nietzsche's bold assertions demand a reconsideration of what it means to live ethically. His views compel us to confront the origins and purposes of our moral beliefs. The implications of his philosophy are profound, urging us to redefine our moral landscape on our own terms. As we explore Nietzsche's daring challenge, we are invited to envision a world where morality is not a static decree, but a dynamic, evolving creation, crafted by us, for us. One of the strongest rebuttals to Nietzsche's ideas came from religious thinkers. They valued morality as divinely ordained. For them, morality was not just a set of guidelines, but a sacred order. It provided a sense of stability and meaning. Religious morality was intertwined with a higher purpose. It was seen as essential for human dignity and social cohesion. Nietzsche's challenge to this view was profound. He dared to suggest that morality was not a divine gift, but a human invention. This was a radical departure from the belief that moral values were eternal truths. For many, such a notion threatened to unravel the entire fabric of ethical reasoning. Nietzsche dismissed the traditional view of morality as life-denying. He believed that clinging to divinely ordained morality hindered human potential. For Nietzsche, traditional morality suppressed the individual's natural instincts. It encouraged conformity and passivity. This was detrimental to personal growth and societal advancement. Nietzsche argued that embracing morality as a human construct was crucial. It opened possibilities for transformation. By recognizing morality as a creation, individuals could reclaim their autonomy. They could redefine their values in ways that promoted genuine flourishing. For Nietzsche, the idea of morality as a human construct was liberating. It empowered individuals to take ownership of their moral beliefs. This self-determined morality was not about abandoning ethics. It was about re-evaluating and reconstructing them. Nietzsche encouraged individuals to question the values imposed by society. He urged them to create new values rooted in personal strength and creativity. This approach was both radical and empowering. It invited individuals to engage actively in their own moral development. By doing so, they could achieve a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Nietzsche's critique of traditional ethics was not just an attack. It was an invitation. He challenged us to reconsider the very foundations of our moral beliefs. Nietzsche's views compel us to confront where our moral values come from. They urge us to ask what purposes these values serve in our lives. The implications of his philosophy are far-reaching. They suggest that morality is not a static decree. Instead, it is a dynamic, evolving creation. It is crafted by us, for us. Nietzsche's daring challenge to traditional ethics invites ongoing reflection. His ideas compel us to think deeply about the nature of morality. They encourage us to redefine our moral landscape on our own terms. Nietzsche saw this as essential for personal and societal transformation. Without embracing this perspective, he believed humanity was doomed to stagnation. By confronting Nietzsche's challenge, we are invited to imagine new possibilities. We can envision a world where morality is not imposed from above. Instead, it grows and changes with us, reflecting our evolving understanding of ourselves and the world. In Nietzsche's vision, morality becomes a tool for empowerment. It is a way to harness the will to power in constructive ways. By reshaping our moral values, we can foster environments that nurture creativity and growth. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages us to embrace the uncertainties of life. He calls us to find strength in the chaos and to pursue our own paths with courage. This is not an easy task. It requires introspection and a willingness to challenge deeply held beliefs. Nietzsche's challenge to traditional ethics is both daunting and inspiring. It invites us to participate actively in the creation of our moral world. This process demands courage and creativity. It requires us to take responsibility for our own moral frameworks. By doing so, we can create lives that are more meaningful and fulfilling. Nietzsche's ideas remind us that morality is not a given. It is something we must continually work to understand and define. As we engage with Nietzsche's provocative ideas, we are reminded of the power of philosophy. It challenges us to think differently and to question the status quo. Nietzsche's work continues to resonate because it speaks to the human condition. It acknowledges the complexity and diversity of human experience. His philosophy invites us to explore the depths of our existence and to seek our own truths. In conclusion, Nietzsche's challenge to traditional morality remains a powerful and relevant discourse. It encourages us to reflect deeply on the principles that guide our lives. As we ponder his ideas, we are invited to redefine our moral landscape. Nietzsche's philosophy urges us to embrace the responsibility of shaping our own destinies. Let us take this opportunity to examine our values and to craft a world that reflects our highest aspirations. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration. We invite you to continue with us in our next essay, where we will delve deeper into the intricacies of human thought and existence.